right. It didn't work the way I wanted it to work. Hey guys, happy ending of 2024 and a happy new start in 2025. This has been one great year. I tell you that. It's been a lot of changes, a lot of growth, a lot of shifts, a lot of entertainment. Guys, when you recognize that, I'll tell you one thing about it. I have learned so much about not only my health, but also how to help other people with even bigger stuff. Like this whole year we did, well, actually several years now, we've been doing the tap-alongs every Thursday. And so in 2025, we're doing the tap-alongs. But basically, if you don't know what tap-along is where we all meet at 12 o'clock on Tuesday or 6 o'clock on Tuesday evening, where I will be helping you. That means you'll volunteer and we'll help clean up your life. We'll clean up the stuff you're going through. Like I've helped people work through divorces, help people work through the grieving of a loved one or the transitioning of relationships, or if you're a caregiver and you're going through some stuff, or you just got a lot of anxiety and panic attacks because of what's going on in the world. So what they do is they come and I help them clean it up and then help their life every day, move forward every week. And, I answer your questions. I give you I answer the questions. Let's see, what else I do? Definitely change things and educate you, because one of the things I have learned is smart people do smart things. You know what I'm saying? It's just pretty logical. So, but if you don't know what you're doing inside your head, you don't know how to change it. And so what I do is I help people to um, walk through life in an easier, more productive way, to where they're not hurting themselves, where they're not being tormented. Um, yeah. And so, so it's super simple with that, is knowing how to change yourself. So, I think Debbie, she asked, when and where are the tap-alongs? Is it online somewhere? And that is true. It is online somewhere. As a matter of fact, I'll put a link here in just a second. And matter of fact, I've lowered the prices to the weekly tap-alongs for the year, to where you can come and we can clean you up, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to change your life. So that's one of the things that I'm doing for the 2025. More people get more help, make it easier for themselves, and then continue to move forward and create something better. Because this year, I tell you what, you can see, it's so amazing. Some of these guys, like for example, I can see her in my mind. What is her name? I see a picture of her over here. I want to say Debbie. I think it is Debbie. And Debbie, she was really pretty. She won a seminar, and she came and she was really an emotional mess, really was. And she'll tell you that too. And she's been coming to these tap-alongs, and you can see the changes, her career, what she's doing, what she loves to do. And so, but yeah, you can see it, and she's happier and she's doing things she didn't know she could do. And that's really what it's about, isn't it? Being able to do and go and do the things you'd like to do and have a better quality of life, for sure. And so this year, the things that I really learned a lot about is definitely about my health and about how the mind works and how the brain affects the body. And one of the things too is that knowing how to monitor or manage your moments in time when you are really, really stressed out, when things are really, really bothering you. And so that is, I call it the heat of the moment tapping or addressing things. And then also knowing how to heal your body. A lot of people are coming with big physical pains, like severe illnesses and stuff. And then by using the system and knowing how to go back and change it. So you can bring in any problem to these seminars or these tap-alongs, and it will show you, we'll help you work through that stuff. And so Debbie says, I thought that we can change through EFT. I just know the feeling. Even though we have to know to where, when, and why. Well, one of the things is, if you tried EFT is a little bit different than what I do. What I do is a little bit more, it's more direct to how the brain works and how it represents memories. Because the cause of all problems is not a disruption in your energy system. The cause of all problems is memory and the programs it creates within our life and operates throughout the rest of our life. So knowing how to find it, change it, adjust it, rewrite it, will rewrite your whole history. So this is one of the things that is so important that we may not know is that you can easily change how you see things. Now, here's a really important concept that I teach is that first of all, every memory inside of yourself, the good ones, the bad ones, and the ugly ones are yours. That means it's not what they did, it's not what happened, but it's how we internalized external events. Whether it's from your mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, TV, whatever, it's how you internalize it. And what your brain do is you internalize an event, a bad one or a good one, your brain operates as if it were a program on how to operate in the world. Now, if you, like me, have experiences with not so good events, but our brain captures it, puts it in our brain, and then all of a sudden it will use it as if it was a fact or a truth, as a program. And so the key that I always say is that every person in your brain is actually yourself. And I want you to think about every person inside of my memories is myself. Now, what does that mean? Well, see, we're watching something out there. We see something happen. Our brain will internalize it and create it inside you. Now, what it creates is determined by your internal filter. So we could have five people experience the same experience. One person could be traumatized and the other four are happy. What makes the difference? Internalization, how you internalize it in your brain. So if we go inside of your brain and we see how you're holding and representing a memory visually, auditorily, kinesthetically, smell or taste, you adjust that and you adjust the nuances or the modalities or some modalities of the memory, you actually change what your brain will do to you. So when you adjust a memory, you don't change history. You can't change something that doesn't exist. But what you are changing and adjusting what your brain gives back to you. And if you think about logically, let's say, for example, you watched a movie or saw a TV show or saw something happen, your brain will internalize that. And then you visit it, you feel whatever it is sad, good, happy, bad, whatever it is. So that becomes your programming on who you think you are. Now, you really aren't that, but you're using that to create an identity and value system. The bad thing is that if you keep bad stuff inside you, your brain uses it on who? Yourself. So we don't want to be recycling nonsense and craziness anymore. And so that's one of the things that we want to do is take ownership. So hey, good to see you, Josephine. Josephine, yes, I do these occasionally. I don't do them all the time, these live ones. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we can help change your life really, really fast. And so another thing is that if you understand everything inside you is yourself, if you like when you see your mom internally, you're seeing your rendition of mom, your creation of mom based on what you witness outside you and your filters. Because if you don't like mom or mom's mean or you love mom, how you translate her internally is you and how you will do you later. So that's really important to understand how to drive your own mind and how I call it directed mindfulness. What does that mean? Directed mindfulness. You're directing what your mind is full of. Now, if you don't like what's in there, you change it and adjust it with skills and understandings. Now, it's not like sitting around meditating for 3 hours a day because meditation is like vegetation. You're trying to clear your mind and having nothingness. Well, having and wanting nothingness is wanting something called nothing, but it doesn't necessarily change your life. The key to changing your life is not just feeling good, but changing the system within you that makes you feel bad, which are memories. Because like I have clients I work with them. I mean, I just finished a client just a few minutes ago. And I said, well, so this event happened. Yes. Does it bother you? Yes. How strong? A 15 out of 10. Right. So it's super strong. And so I said, well, inside you, how do you represent this inside you that makes it seem like a 10? And she says, I'm watching a movie of my life going past me of all my failures. Now, again, think about it. If you create movies inside your head of failures and you watch the movie, what does it do? That's right, make you feel like a failure. And so we started working and changing what it is that she saw inside her mind, and we flattened it out and updated it with a positive experience. And I said, now let's go back and make yourself feel bad again. And she says, I can't. And why can't she? Well, because her internal references were shifted, adjusted, updated. And that's the key to change your life. Now, again, this person I worked with, she said, I've tried all the therapies you can imagine. And I hear this a lot. I've tried so many things, nothing's really worked. And again, so I'm working on a memory that she's worked on and it still bothers her. And she said, well, I worked on this so many times. Why is it still there? And I said, well, the reason is because changes are in the details. And so that means you've got to adjust all the details. And when you adjust the details, the nuances, the little pieces, and you flatten them out and update them, it's hard for your brain to create a misery again. Now, misery doesn't like company, but then again, it does, because most people practice the miserable programs within ourselves. So to feel regret is to do something internally to create the feeling of regret. To feel sad, you got to do something inside yourself to produce sadness, like an image or a feeling or words. And so knowing how to maneuver inside your life, inside your mind, the world will change for you. And of course, this is the end of the year, 12 days of Christmas. And we have a sale going on, and you can buy sessions with me, 50%, basically 50% off, and I will change your life. And of course, the person, she called me and I said, yeah, I definitely help you. Write me a list. We'll clean up your memories. And she bought 3 sessions and we'll knock one out. And massive changes start happening for her just for a little bit. So that's the real cool thing is. Yeah. She said, Debbie says, that is the only EFT in my books, your faster EFT. Thank you very much. And then Michelle says, aloha, everyone. It's Michelle from Maui. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. All my Christmas. Happy Merry Christmas to everybody. Debbie says, even though they have narcissistic personality disorders, I can change how they have affected me from the past. Also, it can also change how I react and perceive right now. And that is true. You have to understand that whoever it is in your life, whoever it is, whatever they experience, I'm going to wipe this camera off. Whatever they experience, they do what they think is right based on their programs and their programmings, just like you, just like me. We do this to ourselves. And so what we want to do is be able to shift and adjust what it is that we're doing inside of ourselves and change how we represent things. And of course, it is all about representation. So I wonder if there's a way that anybody else can come on this call with me. I wonder. All right. So anyway, Josephine says a friend has been sending me links about Joe Dispenza. I know a lot of meditation and rather expensive ones, and I think yours is more effective. I don't see the rest of that thing there, but yeah. So anyway, so again, if you want something that works, guys, I got it. I assure you. If you do what I share with you, you will get big changes for your life and for yourself. So again, just reiterate again, everything inside you is yourself. If you change memories inside yourself, you're not changing history. You can't change something that doesn't exist, but you are changing what your brain recycles on you. It's like the woman who she called me, and I didn't know much about names of fears like agoraphobia, acrophobia. I know that one, but agoraphobia. So she calls me and said, I got agoraphobia. And of course I said, I don't remember what that is. So I said, how long have you had it? And she said, X amount of days or years, however long it was. And then I said, well, won't you, I can help you. Why don't we just book a session? I got an opening at Tuesday or Friday. She says, well, I can't come and see you. I said, well, why not? She said, I got agoraphobia. I said, well, bring it with you. I'll sort it out for you. She says, no, you don't understand. I can't leave my home. And at that time, we weren't doing Skype sessions. We weren't doing Zoom sessions. I did a few phone sessions. And so she said, well, how am I going to help you? You're going to have to get here so I can help you. So anyway, her husband, she gets in the car, she gets in the floorboard, and they throw a blanket over her head in the floorboard of her own car. And she comes over to the office. And of course, how I see you and how I see me is that we're all successful people. To be successfully fearful, you have to do something inside yourself to create the fear. And so there in my office, I said, well, why are you so afraid? When did it start? And come to find out, her fear is a creation of her own mind by what she programmed within herself, not knowing she's programming it, but she created this. And now what it was is that back in Oklahoma, we had the Murrah bombing where some guy blew up federal buildings. A lot of people were hurt. And endlessly, hour after hour after hour, she's watching these videos. And she's also thinking how dangerous the world could be. And then, of course, it even got worse when 9/11 happened. Now she's up all the time watching it. Now she can't leave her home. Now she can't go shopping. Now she can't leave anywhere. And it all broke down to one basic idea: the world's not safe and someone's going to hurt me. So now, is that an accident? Is it some kind of fluke mental disease? The answer is no. She's been studying, spending hours studying on how to be scared by watching scary things. And she internalizes these scary things. And as she internalizes them, the brain says, okay, we put this together. Okay, now we got a program. Can't go to the store, can't go anywhere, panic attack, anxiety, fears, and phobias. So that is a success, but she's not very happy with it. And again, somebody said curiosity kills the cat. I will say curiosity can give you a problem, spending too much time watching scary stuff. And when you watch it, your brain internalizes it and it uses it on you. So this is really important thing to really pay attention to, is that stop watching the scary stuff. If you get angry and pissed off and upset and tormented because of things on TV, on the radio, or whoever you hang with, stop doing it. Find yourself doing something else. So yeah, if you want your Christmas gift, we've got big sales. The tap along the whole year is like $500. You're talking about lots of changes. It'll change your life. We got You Can Change Yourself course. It will show you how to change yourself. And you got to know how to change yourself, because physicians heal yourself, Jesus said. Who's a physician? You are. You're your own doctor. You're your own healer, and you're also your own curse. Because again, it's what you do inside you. Paying attention and being mindful and making the difference within you. So anyway, so let's go. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there are poor women. Thank you, Robert, for setting her free. Yes. We train ourselves so many different ways. We don't even realize internally what we're doing is true. That's true there, Cornelius. And then, of course, narcissistic personality. I've been studying a lot of that this year and understanding how that system works. And you're a narcissist, and so are all of us. But you may not be a very vicious, mean narcissist. You could be a healthy narcissist. And I looked that up on the internet. So do a search, healthy narcissist, see what that is. And of course, we know the unhealthy ones. Of course, narcissism basically breaks down to my world's right. You should do it my way. If you don't do it my way, I'm going to find a way to encourage you to do it my way. And that could be lots of bad things too. So be nice. I always say, be nice to yourself, within yourself. Clean up your memories. Change your problems from within. Because to be honest with you, right now is real. You're stuck with you. Might as well be your own personal healer. Might as well be your own best friend. Because if you think about it, what you do in here, you do out there. So if you're angry and pissed off, guess what you're going to do? You'll share anger and pissed offness. And that, of course, although my system is not a Christian system, it's not anti-Christian either. And what Jesus had said, he said this. He says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So let me think about it. If you don't own up to your own stuff, you won't own up, and you allow them to dump on you. If you hate your ex-husband or ex-wife from inside, you hate someone else, that's inside you, and you're going to give the hatred to someone else. If you scare yourself by making up scary stories inside yourself, you're going to project those stories onto innocent people. You know what I'm saying? So how you love yourself is clean up what's within yourself that isn't so good. Learn how to be the janitor of your own life in your own world. Now, this is a journey. Many people start at different levels, like way down. They start at the lowest of the low. They've had so much trauma, so much abuses, so much stuff. And then someone else has a little bit up here. And again, we're all on a path to death, but how happy do you want to be until that happens? So being emotionally intelligent, knowing how to change what you feel inside yourself sets you free. And I like freedom. So anyway, so let's see what she says here. Yeah, most people don't know the extremes because the people of ENPD make themselves appear normal to the outside world. Yeah, and another thing too, some people, I mean, as a child, I don't know you, Debbie. I don't know anything about you, but let's say pretend like you come from a home that craziness, angry, frustrated, whatever it is in your home, and you go to school. Well, you can't bring school problems home. You can't take home problems to school. So you create what you call a new persona. It's called the student or the worker or the outside person. That means you're different than when you go home, because when you go home, you go back to normalcy. So then you got what you call the two styles of thinking: very successful outside of the home and very successfully miserable inside the home. So again, there's a balancing act. And so what I think, we go in, we clean the pain up from the past, rewrite the pain, and then incorporate the good and bring it all together. So that way you're always good at every spot and every level of your life. That means, extreme narcissistic pattern, just personality disorder, right? I got you. And so, but yeah, that's how it works. So learn how to love yourself, like yourself from within yourself, and come join me 2025. I will help you change your life like it will help change my life. And we will continue to move forward with that. And so I just want to give you happy holidays, happy 2025. Love yourself, like yourself from within yourself, because what you do up here, you do to other people. So be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice. And come join me. Check out skillsofchange.com. My sessions are half off. Courses are big off. A whole year less than you can do a session. Your whole life can change very quickly. So bring your problems, bring your issues, and I'll change your life. And we will see you guys. See you again. So we will talk to you later. Thank you guys. Love you, like you, be kind within you. Peace.